over here listening to all the powerful speakers, I could only think back to the original workers in this country. The ones who were disrespected and neglected. The ones that were brought over here as chattel property. The ones that built this country. And so I want to ground this moment in the original worker. The brown and black workers. The ones that we have to continue to remember in this moment. We have to remember in the first administration, the first people that were attacked were the brown and black people. From the Muslim ban to CRCT. And the first people attacked in this administration were our Hispanic brothers and sisters with the mass deportation and the black people with the ban on DEI. So let's ground ourselves in this moment, and we have to know what we're fighting. We are fighting the ugly stepchild of imperialism. We are fighting the ugly stepchild of mass incarceration. We are fighting the original sin of America, which is white supremacy. And let's be clear. So as the 13th president of the Georgia NAACP, I welcome many of you to the movement. For those of you, this is your first time outside, welcome. It won't be your last. We have to remember something. We have to build a broad-based coalition of the willing. Because no one is safe. Whether that's CDC workers or UPS workers. Whether that's individuals that work at Amazon or those folks that work at Target. We have to remember there's a target on all of our backs. Especially in this city. The birthplace of civil rights and one of the cities on the list for the National Guard. So let's be clear. As we lift up the rights of workers, we have to remember that we are in a mutually acceptable, forward-thinking coalition of the willing, which means my rights are tied to your rights. When I'm under attack, you're under attack. So what we must do is what our ancestors have always done: resist. Fight back. Get in some good and necessary trouble. So y'all know I never leave you without marching orders. We're going to march. But when we get home, we're going to make sure that we talk to our neighbors, that we remind folks that we have elections in November, this November. We're going to remind people that the way you have a revolution is at the ballot box, by we voting these people out. And we also need to send a message to the giant orange Cheeto that he still has a court date here in Fulton County for breaking our law. That in Georgia, nobody's above the law, especially not in Fulton County. And so, as we get ready to march, I want you to look at your neighbor to the left and the right of you. Say hello to co-conspirators for justice. Say hello to individuals who thought it not robbery to come outside and send a message. And the message is clear. This is our country. We support our workers. We don't want our National Guard picking up trash and being gardeners. We want our elected officials to have backbone and courage to say no. Because the last time I checked, there was a great man from Atlanta that said, somewhere I read about the First Amendment. Somewhere I read about the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. And somewhere I read about a city called Atlanta that thought it not robbery to stand up 60 years ago, and we stood up about 5 years ago, and we're standing up today. So again, welcome to the movement. If you haven't been attacked yet, hold on. I got to remind myself that we are all one people, with one history, with one determination to make the world a better place than we found it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get in some good and necessary trouble. We're going to protect workers' rights. We're going to protect women's rights. We're going to protect LGBTQIA rights. We're going to teach accurate history. We're going to make sure politicians get picked by the people and not by themselves. And most importantly, we're going to treat every American and everyone that wants to become American with respect and due process. Because I still believe in the greatness of America. Because I believe in the greatness of you. The people united have never been defeated.
Say that!
And so here's your homework. After you march, after you post on social media using the hashtag #WorkersOverBillionaires, after you go home and talk to your neighbors, after you join 5051's Facebook group and you get organized with one of these organizations behind me, after all of that, you still resist. You still organize on college campuses. You still organize in your huddle groups all around the state. You still organize at your school PTA and PTO. But most importantly, you get 2 or 3 people that don't look like you. You invite them over to your kitchen table and you have the real conversation about what it means to be a worker. What it means to be a black person in this country. What it means to be a woman in this country. What it means to be native to this land, but having folks talk about you didn't come in the right way. Most importantly, on this Labor Day, I want you to thank a worker by demanding equal pay for equal work. I want you to thank a worker because union rights are civil rights. I want you to thank a worker because the people that keep everything running, you remember 5 years ago when they were talking about those essential workers? We still love our essential workers, so we need to pay them like we love them. You know, it's really an honor to march with y'all, but I think that we are on the precipice of changing the course of American history. Every 4 weeks I see crowd sizes bigger than the Cheetos crowd sizes. I see people who are not afraid to say, you know, enough is enough. Stop the genocide. I see people demanding the Supreme Court do its damn job instead of rubber stamping this man's ignorance of the law. So as we get ready to march, the last thing I want y'all to do is to understand that we are in this together. That it's a great thing to be diverse. That it's appropriate for women to have bodily autonomy. That facts really do matter. So I got one question for y'all. Are we ready?